Learn about it. But Leanne, we've told everybody for years, they're putting AI on your phone. Siri tracks you, records intel, games you on products, rips you off, scams you. Now, hello privacy, or goodbye privacy, hello Alexa, Amazon Echo, the home robot that hears it all.
It's so great. It's wonderful.
And it admits the feds are dialed into it. They're tracking everything we do. It's total control. It's going to make humans obsolete. You've got a bunch of articles on this. So they've gone from denying, hey, don't cover up your webcam, Alex is crazy, to the FBI director saying, cover your webcam, but it doesn't matter. You're still going to have to accept it. Leanne.
Right, exactly. Well, you know, you were talking a little earlier in the show about the singularity and how they're not even trying to hide it anymore. They're trying to make it cool. And if it's this new, great, wonderful thing, man's going to merge with machines. Well, I'm sure a lot of people, especially with the Christmas holiday, were buying VR headsets and things like that for, this is kind of the new computing platform. It's going to be the next major thing, virtual reality. Well, this is going to give them unprecedented surveillance, very intimate. So it's not just they're tracking your eye motion and they're putting heat sensors in things to
heart
figure out
rate.
Yes, I mean they're mining all of this data from our bodies, your head movements, your facial expressions. They're going to give it to corporations, governments, law enforcement as well. And what their end game is, they're really, you know, right now what they're really trying to work on is getting power over our emotions. And they even admit that these things are going to, well, here's the creepy thing, is that they're really excited about the fact that—
Oh, well, that's called mind control.
Oh, yeah. And they openly admit it, that they are going to nudge you via these avatars. They're very excited that you're going to be living in these avatars. That's the Cass Sunstein
term. He said we're going to nudge you, bully you.
Yep.
And he's the guy that originally wanted the ban on fake news, whatever he says it is.
Right. I mean, it's totally incredible. They're not even trying to hide it anymore. Their end game here, they say avatars are going to form the foundation of your identity in VR. So not even taking into, you know, account the psychological aspects of being digitally embodied online. So they're also talking about how they're going to use these avatars to nudge you. So for instance, if you are looking online in virtual reality and you're learning about a certain religion or a certain politician who's running for office.
They already track you. Now they're going to not just predict the future, they're going to control the future.
They're going to control your thoughts. They're going to make your avatar smile or frown, for instance, if you're talking about Trump. It'll frown like it. So then psychologically you start to identify with your avatar, and that is their
And it says the avatar will raise your baby. Your kid won't just watch TV and be programmed now. It'll be there with all these little AI systems controlling you and reporting back what you do to your kids.
This is one chief data scientist at an unnamed Silicon Valley company telling a Harvard business professor. He says, the goal of everything we do is to change people's actual behavior at scale. We can capture their behaviors, identify good and bad behaviors, and develop ways to reward the good and punish the bad.
So they admit, we're not just selling you Amazon stuff or Google stuff. We're tracking you. We're going to control your life, like China announced with Zuckerberg last year, and have an internet database avatar, your social score with the government and corporations, where if you don't play ball, they start delisting you until you're completely delisted, and then you can't have jobs in the physical world, the literal mark of the beast. And schools and major churches bring in the Kinect systems from Microsoft and the other systems from Amazon because they get discounts. Oh, we're going to give you cheaper stuff if you put this in your house, because it's a literal government spy robot.
Right.
Which they admit is meant to mind control you.
Right. It's physical surveillance.
Do we get awards for warning people 10 years before, Leanne?
No.
Oh, no, we're the kooks. I forgot.
Right.
We're the fake news.
Fake news. Right, and so they also talk about how these virtual reality environments, they already know that they have an effect on people psychologically. They're using this research to help people with post-traumatic stress disorder, for instance. That's a great use of these virtual reality.
What it does is it really flashes and put you into a hypno state.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. A lot of people don't understand this virtual reality. When you saw the picture with Mark Zuckerberg and he was walking, all the people were in their VR headsets, but he was the only one that
he's still human. They're now in a pod. They're now proto-matrix.
Imagine what's going to happen in 5-10 years when everything gets automated. We have hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people out of a job. They don't know what to do with us. So they're just going to hook us up to these VR machines and let us live our life with these avatars.
Until it programs you with your free will to decide your family and others are going to get more credits, or the charity of your wish if you go ahead and opt for the euthanasia. and then you'll be sent to the euthanasia center and be turned into Soylent Green. And by the way, you go, wait a minute, that's a movie. You know, they've announced your body will be liquefied and turned into plant food to, quote, feed the ecosystem. They've all got it gamed out where you're going to be basically put in a mind control pod until you agree to commit suicide. And again, I put in my book, Descent into Tyranny, in 2002, the Army plan declassified by the Federation of American Scientists in the 70s to actually have us go into VR pods, then accept wires, then accept to be in tanks from birth that heat our own system and supply power to the computers. You go, wait, I heard about that in a movie. No, that's a movie based on the real plan.
The real thing. Why do you think they're making clothing that can charge your phone via the movement of our bodies?
And
because
again,
our bodies are batteries.
And I'm going to ask you, Leanne, we're electrochemical.
Right.
Do you really think humans cooked this up?
Ooh, I don't.
I mean, this looks like some kind of interstellar, interdimensional colonization
beyond,
to me.
I think, human conception, especially.
It just doesn't look too friendly. I think this has been used before.
Right.
Oh, the Bible says there's a guy fell to the planet. He's running the show. Not very nice. There we go. The Bible warns you so we'd have a leg up about the mark of the beast and the false reality. The whole world sees the beast at once and worships him. That's broadcast. That's TV. Even the elect would give over their will to it and have a grand illusion.
Right.
The churches are worshiping this. The major Christian churches in Austin already have the VR sets during the Sunday school for the kids. And if you say a word, they throw you out of the church because they are active participants in the Great Deception.